Hello and welcome to today's video. If you want to win, betray the market. What? What am I saying? See, the number of securities in the market are limited. And to make a profit from something or to gain from something which has a limited supply, you have to be first in line. You need to be first in line to take an action to make some profit out of it. In this video, we'll see how we can try and betray the market and increase our chances of making profit from it. So stay tuned, like and subscribe this video right away so this video can reach a lot of people. Have you seen a school of fish? They stay together in a cluster, in a lump. And everybody tries to be at the center of that clump. You know why? Because for a bigger predator who comes on its way, the fish at the center of that clump is much, much more safer. The chances of it being eaten by the predator is very, very less because it's safe at the center of the school of the fish. The chances of it getting eaten by the predator is very less because it's at the center. We do the same thing in our everyday life. As they say, a trend is your friend. We often make the same mistake. We wait for the trend to be our friend. We wait for the herd to confirm our action in the market. We follow the herd and make a mistake in waiting for their confirmation. See, it's very, very natural in our day-to-day life. If you belong to a particular community, if your relatives, your friends belongs to a particular area in the town or in the city, you tend to move there. You tend to shift your home there. If you're buying a new house, you tend to buy a new house where your friend stays, in the locality where your friend stays. You seek to stay with the community where you belong to, isn't it? When you were in school, you probably sat with a group of friends who shared a similar mindset as you are, who shared the similar thoughts, isn't it? You feel very comfortable to be with a flock of people who think alike. But this kind of thinking, this kind of planning, or this kind of mindset is very, very dangerous for trading or in the market. Once again, let me draw the analogy. When you were in school, you discussed your feelings, you discussed your plan with your friends, your relatives, your close friends, and took their opinion. That's how probably you have grown up. I have grown up. You have to discard that in the trading field, in the investing world. Here, the crowd is your neighbor. You have to anticipate what the crowd is going to do and act before they do it. You cannot wait for the crowd to react to a given situation in the market and then you take a step. No, you cannot do that. Unlike what you did earlier in your school days, in your younger days when, you shared your thoughts with your friends and with everybody who had similar thinking, and collectively you took a decision. You collectively took a step. You cannot do that in the market. You cannot even share your thoughts, your feelings, but rather you have to anticipate what others are feeling. And if it's a common anticipation, if it's a common thought, if it's a common belief that you see piling up in the market, you would know that this belief, this common belief would affect the market in a particular way. And then anticipating that, you have to be first in line to take an action for or against that probable impact. See, in trading terms, what it means is, if you're into the trading world, if you're into investing, if you are putting your money in something which you think would probably rise or go up in future, you cannot wait for the crowd to give you the permission to do so, because if by that time the price would have already taken an effect on the security. So you have to be first in line. You have to anticipate and be first in line. You cannot ask your trading partner or your friend for an authority or for an approval before you take a trade. Say, for example, you have purchased a large volume of stock and you're holding it for now in anticipation to sell it off at a price point which is a bit notch higher. Now at this stage, You cannot stay put and wait for the public to validate your purchase or confirm your purchase. You cannot wait for others to confirm your expectations. Prices in the market, they move in cycles. If you wait too long for the price to be where you intend it to be, you might be well delayed waiting for others to validate your purchase. It's quite possible that you might have missed the buying frenzy and you're actually at a point where the market is falling and you're at the point of selling your holdings because the market is fearful and the prices are falling. So ideally, you must anticipate when the masses are going to buy a particular stock and buy before them. Be the first person to buy it before the masses buy it. And then sell those masses the stock that you have bought when they are at their buying spree. That's when they will gracefully pay you. You need to be ready and first in line to sell when everyone else is entirely in a different line and they're ready to buy. And that is what exactly Warren Buffett famously quoted as, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Anticipate the upcoming trend and do the opposite of what others are doing. Have the accurate momentum indicator. Anticipate the accurate pivot points and act opposite to the market movement. Easier said than done, isn't it? But what we need to cast off is what we have learned throughout our lives. We need to cast off the psychological point of view of seeking protection by following others. There isn't safety in numbers. When trading the market, you need to view the crowd as your opponent and not as your friend. They are not the shield. Just like the school of fish, you cannot be at the center of the crowd and hope you will be safe. No, it cannot happen in the market. It just cannot happen in the market. Betray your friends, betray your relatives, betray the crowd. Betray them by capitalizing on their fear and their greeds and be the first in line to act on it. That's how you make profit from the market. That's all for today. See you again in the next video. Till then, SG signing off. Goodbye.